Ready to tip things up here. The opening game for UNI and Auburn as Kansas defeated Pittsburgh in our first game of the day, 59-53, and UNI controls the opening tip, and right away, wide open look for Kayba Laube as your starting five includes McDermott, Goebel, Yeager, Wharton, and Laube. And Auburn, you see Sumbane, Duhan, Gaston, Bostic, and Collins. Your first five on the floor for the Tigers. Gaston, the kick out. Three-pointer on the way. No for Duhan. And an offensive rebound, and then lost it out of bounds, is Sumbane.
The Panthers came out in a zone defense, trying to keep the ball out of the middle.
Riley Goebel to Yeager. Yeager, number 15, just a freshman for the UNI Panthers out of West Des Moines Valley High School. And there's a kick violation called on Sumbane. You see head coach Tanya Warren in year number 18 with the UNI Panthers. And she's number 1 in UNI career wins, number 2 in the Missouri Valley Conference's history for wins. Actually ranks number 1 in terms of conference wins. And Gaston, the steal, starts the fast break lay-in for Duhan.
There's the defense, created offense for the Auburn Tigers. You can see Northern Iowa trying to lift up those wings and get some back cuts to relieve the pressure.
McDermott off a screen, cuts back the floater over Gaston, too strong, and the rebound to Collins. And that floater, part of Maya McDermott's game. She'll hit some runners. Double comes on Gaston, and Goebel gets the jump ball as bodies hit the deck here in the first 90 seconds. You see head coach Johnny Harris in year number 4 at Auburn, receiving votes last week, now 3-2 after losses at Oregon and at California.
She's got this Auburn program on the right track. WNIT appearance in last year in the NCAA.
Jumper off the glass, Sumbane, the senior. And there's Goebel, too strong on the layup attempt.
Good change direction by Goebel. It's got to finish that. There's some height inside. Intimidation for the Panthers. They have to go and play through that contact and through those long arms.
Baseline jumper for Collins is true. Second-year Tiger, transferred over from Oklahoma State after 3 seasons at OSU. And you see that pressure defense. Bostic knocks it out of bounds. And pictured there on the Auburn bench. Talia Scott is day-to-day. A kid that can really create offensively, out with a wrist injury, kind of trying to find her groove. Here is, she played 3 games, but missed a couple. Here's Laube in the lane, gets it to fall. The Panthers are on the board. And Kayba Laube, an excellent three-point shooter.
Squeeze it on that catch, ball fake, and get it through those long arms to your cutters. They'll be able to get him in there, but there's going to be arms coming at you.
Bostic the kick out. Jumper from Duhan. Rebound goes to Sumbane. And Gaston the jumper. Rebound.
There's the push.
Goes to Goebel.
Yeah, there's where you get the 3 right there, Brad.
Extra pass to Laube. Offensive rebound for the Panthers. McDermott will launch the 3. In and out, no. Goebel's put back, blocked by Gaston. And here comes Bostic now. Bostic wants to attack. On the drive is Duhan, and the foul.
Win the recovery. Don't let them drive by you after the shot fake.
Free throw is no good. McDermott draws a double team. And now Yeager on the drive, the lay-in for 2 for the freshman.
I think she can get that. get looks, but you got to knock them down.
Bostic blocked by Goebel. Goebel with the wingspan. And
lather, rinse, repeat.
And bounce pass to Soraya Daniels in the game, a freshman from Auburn, Alabama. And jump ball possession arrow is going to keep it with Auburn.
Gasson's been quiet thus far in this game.
Jumper on the inbounds falls through for Sumbane.
Sumbane's been active.
And McDermott draws the bump.
Let's get to the free throw line. Need a lid lifter, even if it is a free throw.
You mentioned led the NCAA last season in free throw percentage. It's the first to fall. She was 80 of 83. I think the only thing Coach Warren would have liked was more trips to the free throw line a season ago.
And even we can't jinx her at the line. She is that good.
Kayba Laube comes in. McDermott checks out.
Now they're going to double team the Auburn on the inbounds here and trying to keep the ball out of the hands of number 12, Bostic. She's the straw that stirs the drink.
And throws it away. It'll be UNI basketball.
She's the key. Not a great scorer, but she can distribute.
Taryn Wharton turns the corner, stops on a dime. And again, another shot inside 8 feet, Coach, that doesn't fall for
They're
UNI.
going to get looks in there. But they got to kind of settle down, set your feet, get squared. Hard to play against Auburn because the length, and you're kind of always looking over your shoulder.
Feel like a block might be coming or an extra defender.
There's that, intimidation. Not only they don't have to block them, but they can alter shots. And there's really good offense by the Tigers. Trying to get McDermott a rest here at the end of the quarter.
Here's Wharton. Turns the corner. Kicks out. Had Laube open. She'll launch the deep three. She has some range. One up for the rebound is Collins. Auburn with time. Inside to Sumbane. Goes to the floor. Now Bostic with three. Taken away by Green. Half-court heave. Off the backboard and a 5-point Auburn lead. 8th-ranked Iowa State Cyclones. McDermott career high 37. Coming in preseason, pick number 2 in the Valley poll. And also the postseason success. 11 of the last 12 seasons UNI has been to the postseason. There UNI finally able to capitalize on another good look inside.
Well, the good and the bad in the first quarter for the Panthers. The good, I'll give you the bad first. They shot 13%. The good, they're only down 5. It's been a defensive battle, obviously, here in the first quarter and the start of the second.
Janes fires another 3. Rebound to Kayba Laube.
If those start going down for the Panthers, watch out. They're getting open looks because now they've figured out I can get by the initial pressure, get inside, and kick it out for the weak side 3.
Baseline jumper good for Collins. Collins with 6 points. Ties Sumbane with team high honors.
Collins been working that baseline. There's the kick.
Janes now looking to penetrate. Janes lets another one fly. There we go. 3rd time's a charm for Kaylynn Janes, and the Panthers, after missing their first 9, hit from the outside.
Well, that one came out of her hand. It looked good for James. Freshman stepping up to the moment.
It's Duhan back out to Jordan Hunter, 5'8" freshman. One of the point guards looking to replace the production of Talia Scott. And Wettering with the block and saves it to James.
Great play by Wettering. Not only blocked it, was able to keep possession for Northern Iowa.
Panthers cutting this Auburn lead down to 4, but now a takeaway. Collins over to Duhan. Duhan twisting in the lane, spins it home.
That's the way Auburn wants to play. In transition with numbers going downhill, use their speed.
Shatia Wettering for three.
Well, UNI is getting some great looks from the perimeter. Half the shots for the Panthers have been threes, but they're just 1 of 11.
Coach, the motto of the U.S. Virgin Islands is naturally in rhythm, and these shots are looking in rhythm, just not falling. Collins swishes in a 2, 10 made field goals for Auburn, just 4 for Northern Iowa.
Well, Collins and the rest of the Tigers look like they're in rhythm.
Jaeger, nice pass. Goebel misses the layup and gets fouled.
But you must understand about playing a team like Auburn. Rushing your other shots, whether it's inside or in the case of Northern Iowa, they're getting some good looks at the 3, but they just don't look like they're comfortable stepping in and knocking them down.
Riley Goebel gets both free throws and working for a steal, just hounding Bostic. And now here's Collins getting downhill. All of a sudden, 12 on the shot clock. 3-point try from Young is good. Adia Young with the first triple.
Got some Tigers, we've got some Panthers.
Saw some iguanas on the island earlier today.
Oh,
there's a lot of contact. That's going to go on Jaeger.
Yeah, Jaeger, she stepped out there to try to brace herself for the contact. Stay in the zone now. They keep changing defenses.
It's a feed inside. Collins hits the jumper.
Auburn's spacing against Northern Iowa's zone has been excellent. They bring back the weak side, and they've run a player right into the free throw line area.
UNI no field goals in the last 3.5 minutes of action. Jaeger to Wharton. Wharton, jumper in the lane, ends that drought.
Wharton turned the corner, but she kept looking over her right shoulder for the defender to come from behind, able to get the rim and the kind roll and bounce.
All right, Collins reached double figures with her last basket, last trip down for the Tigers. Pass tipped away by Jaeger, and McDermott comes up with it. Throws it ahead to Wharton.
There we go.
Extra pass to McDermott. Eyes a 3. And Maya McDermott, lethal from outside.
How about the freshman Jaeger? She had an open 3, but said, no, I'm going to get it to my senior teammate McDermott, who dropped in 37 on the Cyclones. Now, can Auburn get an answer? UNI is shooting poorly and staying close.
And here's a foul. Daniels running through. McDermott gets called for the offensive foul. 25-19.
Really focused Northern Iowa team. If they can start making shots, this is going to be can be a great game. But right now they're struggling to get some offense going at this end.
Maya McDermott, runner from the left block. Good for 2. McDermott, 7 points.
Improvise. Improvise.
Auburn working with a 4-point lead. Here's Young. Kept alive by Kayba Laube. Shot clock down to 5. Duhan now realizes it. Crossover dribble. Double team comes. And a 3 from Kayba Laube. How about that? Her first triple of the season.
Christmas is coming early on Thanksgiving.
There's McDermott the drive. And I think it's a push on the side on the defense. McDermott's going to get this basket to count and earn a trip to the free throw line. It's going to get the shove on Hunter, the freshman.
In the first quarter, all the Panthers kind of looking over their shoulders. Now they realize, hey, we can get to the rim on this team, relax, and score it. And their defense has been exceptional. These are two teams averaging 80 points per game, both Auburn and Northern Iowa.
Young with a nice move inside. Here's Collins missing the shot. Offensive rebound grabbed by Duhan. Boy, Auburn is just ripping boards down left and right. That one's going to go out of bounds. Auburn winning the rebounding battle 22-14 thus far. Minute 26 to go.
There you go.
Wide open Goebel on the backside. Wharton with the nice dish. It's a 2-point game. Robinson in the game, trying to keep in front of Hunter. Here's Young. She's been good. Off the bench. Young, the drive. Goes down. And one. Count it.
I like what she did. She just used, watch the upper body strength. Turns the corner. A good call. Just strong.
And Duds in the free throw. 31-26.
Big lift off the bench for Young. For the
6 points.
Auburn, yeah.
2 for 5
she's
shooting.
Been really good.
Has made the only three-pointer of the game. Check that. Made the first three-pointer of the game for Auburn. McDermott on the dribble. Off the glass, no. Half-court heave for Hunter off the backboard, and it's a 5-point Auburn Tigers lead.
Bad experiences.
I'm guessing there's a story in there somewhere,
Yeah,
but I don't know if I want to go down that road right now.
And we'll go back to Tigers and Panthers.
That sounds good. Third quarter begins. Tigers with the basketball. Panthers show some zone defense.
I think we got a little box of one going there.
Here's a throw ahead to McDermott. Goes right to the rim.
Wow.
Layup good. Maya McDermott hit double figures in the first half. Give her 12 now to start.
She's gone. She has gone to the rim here. And now you've got a box and one. Look here on the left side of our screen on to Collins.
Panther defense going to try and go 4-on-4, but here's Collins getting the offensive rebound.
I'll be right there. Face guard, not even playing ball you man. Doesn't even have vision on the basketball. Got one job. Keep it on the ball at Collins' hands. And keep her off the glass.
The dump off to Gaston, and Gaston good for two. Maybe if the Panthers focus on Collins, Deanna Gaston will get going. No points in that first half, just 3 shot attempts. As a dump off, McDermott, wide open layup, 14 now for Maya McDermott.
Again, they pull their post. The freshman Goebel up high, lifts up the defense. Those back cuts are open. What Tanya Warren is doing, they're leaving. She's the pressure and the speed on the wings. She's used it against the Tigers.
That shot from Duhan blocked by Goebel. Wharton likes to get downhill. Yeager, she goes right by Gaston, who has to respect the three-point shot of Yeager. And now Goebel goes right back to the rim, gets another offensive rebound. McDermott for 3. Oh, we're tied here in the third quarter.
Going to stay in that box and one.
Bostic down to the corner to Collins.
The problem with the box and one is it's difficult to rebound out of it.
Oh, Bostic with the take. Gets it to fall. And we'll have an opportunity for a three-point play. Foul goes on Wettering.
Box and ones, they'd be successful short periods of time.
Maya McDermott, 17 points for UNI. 7 of them already here in this third quarter. Here's a dump off for Laube. And Laube finally hits from the outside. Missed her first 4. But she's shooting 50% from 3 on the season. Mixing up their defense. to start here, quarter number 3. Sumbane calling for it inside, over to Gaston. Off balance jumper. And now Wharton in a race to the other end with Bostic. Wharton up with the left hand. It's going to stay with UNI, but the Panthers. The UNI Panthers have erased a 5-point deficit. Kayba Laube gives UNI the lead. Bostic to Young. Young, a good first half. Gaston has to kick it out. Every time she receives the ball, it's a double team, sometimes 2 extra defenders. There's a foul and an and one as Wettering grabbed the Bostic on her way.
Not known as a scorer, is becoming more aggressive for the Auburn Tigers.
And kind of has to be, as Gaston's really been unable to get going inside.
They put a box-to-1 on Collins on different occasions to slow her down.
McDermott off a screen. Runner, good for 2. And a timeout taken by UNI head coach Tanya Warren. That's our media timeout. As the Panthers 6 for 12 shooting there. 3 of 4 from three-point land. Got it going from the outside. Auburn with a couple turnovers already. They're 3 for 8. And Gaston really yet to get going and now turns it over. And a turnover on the inbounds. And here come the Tigers. Gaston trying to get some position early inside.
I went in there hard. She wants some touches.
There's Young launching the 3. Young's been fantastic. 9 points for Audia Young, her second 3.
Well, she's wearing that 21 jersey of her mother's.
And McDermott gets blocked by Collins. Collins ahead to Gaston in transition. Gaston with her second basket of the game.
You have to avoid, if you're Northern Iowa, it's the tip balls, the run-outs, because you can't get back in transition.
McDermott goes right back to the rim. Simbane the rebound. Now Bostic attacks. Gaston in transition, finding a way to produce.
Can't shoot it quick now if you're Northern Iowa. You've got to make Auburn defend, and Tanya Warren needs that timeout to talk about it. Big lift for the Tigers, and that's number 21, Audia Young, right out of Tallahassee.
Her mom, Kaylynn Janes Young, Auburn All-American. Her dad, Cy Young, Missouri men's assistant coach.
She's got basketball in her bloodlines.
Green penetrates baseline. Now Laube left wide open at the top of the key, and she is starting to feel it from the outside. Double figures for Kayba Laube with 12. There's Young. UNI in transition. Wettering beating everybody back.
McDermott eyes up, looking down court. Great push by the Panthers.
Was the kick back to Gaston. And a foul on Emerson Green is going to send Gaston to the free throw line. So Gaston, last year's Big 12 6th player of the year for Texas. Paradise Jam champs, by the way, the Texas Longhorns just a year ago down here.
I thought it was really good.
Perseverance, though, Coach. That's what a lot of these coaches are talking about.
Such a nice young lady, so patient with my tongue-tied.
She arrived in the U.S. in December of 2022. A week later, made her college debut. Came through an MBA academics program.
Oh, nice transition. That was really nice.
2 more for Gaston. The Panthers seconds ticking down here in the third. McDermott from half court. Oh, my goodness. From half court, Maya McDermott says, let's go to the fourth tied at 49.
But Maya McDermott, I came and watched their exhibition game against Quincy. She did the same thing at the end of the third quarter in that contest. She's got 22 points, 3 of 4 from distance. Remember the Panthers start off really struggling. They're heating up here in the second half.
Panther basketball to start the fourth. Katie Ryerson drives baseline. Good closeout by Bostic to keep Laube from getting a three-point shot off. Rebound to Akambolawa.
Need one more ball reversal on that offensive set.
The three at the end of the third tied it at 49. Auburn led by 5 at halftime.
Gap defense by Northern Iowa's been really good.
Akambolawa in the lane. Puts the Tigers back in front.
8 rebounds for her. She's really stepped up here in the second half for the Tigers.
Wettering trying to drive on Gaston. Gaston's good defensively, too.
Yeah, great feet.
And a shuffle of the pivot foot's going to give it back to Auburn. Maya McDermott checking back in, as did Riley Goebel on that whistle. And Gaston adds 2 more. She's into double figures, leads Auburn now with 11 points.
Tanya Warren playing high school at Lincoln High School in Des Moines. I was coaching at Dowling. Phenomenal high school player.
Now Bostic tries to do the same. Spins against Wharton. Oh, great move, but can't finish. A fresh 20 after the offensive rebound. Duhan, her shot short. Offensive board put back for Gaston, no. Akambolawa, no. And Yeager with the rebound for UNI.
Always a conviction at the rim for the orange jerseys, but they could not convert.
McDermott into the land of the Giants has it knocked away. McDermott just 5'6".
Carries herself extremely well. Not afraid of the moment. Ooh, got to get that.
There's a takeaway by Duhan, a run out, wide open layup.
I'm not sure why McDermott didn't grab that. I thought it was going to be a... You don't want live ball turnovers against this team. Make them take it out of bounds and go against your set defense.
Yeager, great moves underneath, and Goebel gets tripped, and now Gaston showing some frustration. Her third personal foul.
They can play against your defense.
Dump off Yeager to Goebel. Riley Goebel makes it a 2-point game.
What a play by the freshman Yeager. That was not easy. High post screen, roll down on the short roll, catch. Second level, dump off, easy basket.
Collins over to Gaston. Gaston now going to try and turn the corner.
Auburn does not want to shoot the three.
Bostic drives. Offensive putback good for Akambolawa.
Akambolawa has been a force on the window here in the second half.
McDermott, the kick out. Wharton, a catch and shoot three. Gets her own rebound. Now McDermott on the other side. And a fight for the offensive rebound into the hands of Collins. Collins to Gaston. Gaston for 2. She's got 13 after she was scoreless at halftime.
I mean, they are so good at their spacing when they have an advantage. Great team speed.
Yeager working against Akambolawa, up off the window. Yeager, her second basket, 4 points. Well, Bostic at this point guard position, coach, 6 points, 3 rebounds. But how about 6 assists?
She was really good against that box and one. She figured out that she could do right there, attack it off the bounce. Shot 10 threes, this Auburn team. And Northern Iowa's basically packed their defense in, got in the gaps, played some really strong gap defense. But Auburn is continuing. We're going to try to drive it in the paint. But the difference in this game has been the transition baskets by Auburn. High ball screen.
Yeager back to McDermott. Kind of off balance. Wow, she makes it. 25 points. Half of the Panthers' threes from the outside. Laube with 3. There's the jumper from Collins. Rebounded by Yeager.
Nice play, but better defense. Northern Iowa smelled that play coming. They're pinned down to pop up the center for elbow jumper.
Goebel back to McDermott. McDermott probing with the dribble. 10 on the shot clock. Now finds the seam. Dumps it off for Riley Goebel. We're tied at 60.
Shovel pass by the senior. The freshman with her hands ready.
Auburn led by as many as 11 back in the second half. A 5-point lead. The Panthers led once in the third, but then the Tigers came roaring back. And now Gaston's shot halfway down and pops out, and that's knocked away by Duhan.
Auburn had that little rush where they're getting offensive rebounds. Now it's been one and done as Northern Iowa has tightened up their defensive blockouts.
And both teams playing without a key piece of their teams. Here's a dump off. McDermott, the backdoor cut. Give her 27, and the Panthers in front. Bostic probing. Over to Collins. Now Collins drives. Missed the shot. Yeager with the rebound. Under a minute to play. UNI with a 2-point lead. Coach Harris wants her defense to step it up and pressure that ball immediately.
Don't get caught in the corner.
Yeager tried to dump it off to Laube, and it's a turnover for the Panthers.
I want to get Gaston a touch. We've seen some pin downs. But go inside. Either going to get fouled or convert or possible three-point play. UNI's going zone. Good changeup.
Bostic dribbles into it, dumps it off. Gaston for 2, tied at 62.
Bostic likes the zone. She's penetrated the gaps this entire game.
Just a half-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. UNI likely to try and just get one final shot.
No question. Take it under 5. Might get a tip in.
McDermott goes now, under 5. Floater from the free throw line, no, and a foul is called on Bostic, and it'll be Maya McDermott at the free throw line. Has a foul to give if they...
Has a number of fouls to give, but I would foul on the catch 3 times.
First free throw is good. McDermott led the country last season in free throw percentage.
I wasn't going to say it because I'm not going to put the jinx. You can't jinx this girl.
Whoa. Rolled in, and Coach Harris will be able to draw something up. A 3 to win it, a 2 to tie it.
3.7. You'd get 2 good bounces before you shoot it. Now do the Panthers foul.
Collins will trigger it in for the Tigers. Into the corner. Gaston for 3. Holy cow! Auburn up 1 with 1.1 and a timeout taken by UNI. And they'll advance it and now have to draw something up.
First 3 of the season. Plenty of time for catch and shoot. They're going to try and keep out of McDermott's hands.
Yeager will inbound. Down to the right side. Laube from the three-point line. No foul called. Final horn. Auburn's going to win it. The officials say game over.